All right, Jesse on fire with the breaking story that everybody already knows about, but maybe a fresh take on said story, because this is a weird situation that has some really unfortunate details related to it. Also, I'm literally right this second talking to my buddy Jojo about it, and he's like, "What about Dariush?" I'm getting ahead of myself, actually, but I just want to make sure I get this thought out, because obviously Tsarukyan is out against Islam Makhachev. Renato Moicano is in. Dustin Poirier wanted the fight, apparently. But you know what? Actually, I just realized I was wrong about something. But what I was going to say is that as they shake this thing out and you figure out who's going to fight who. So you take Moicano out of the Dariush fight, put him in against Islam, and it's like, all right, well, who's gonna fight Beneil Dariush now? And I was talking to Jojo. I'm like, bro, they should get Jim Miller in. Like, they should get Jim Miller in to fight Dariush. And then I realized, I'm like, dude, the fight's tomorrow. The fight's tomorrow. So I can't imagine. I think someone's going to be out, like someone's not going to have a replacement fight unless they just say, all right, we're going to do it at a catch weight, or do it at, like, they're all right, we're doing the fight at 170. Cause like they'd have to be on weight for 55 if they came in at the last minute anyway. But, so here's where I want to start is let's look at what they're saying about why Tsarukyan is out, because when I say something's fishy, I mean, we're probably going to get a lot more information, like a lot more information as this thing develops. But what they said was Tsarukyan's out due to back pain. And I'm like, what? Back pain? Like, I mean, and I say this because, like, I'm actually there are some fighters where I would just be like, what but like Tsarukyan is beyond reproach when it comes to toughness. He's a gangster. That guy is so tough. He's terrifying. So if they're saying like back pain, that must mean it's something like debilitating back pain. Like there's got to be like he's got to be hurt for him to pull out of a title fight. Just right now. Hold up. Right now, Arman Tsarukyan put out a statement. Hang on. I'm going to pull it up for you guys. I'm going to be reading it at the exact same time as you guys. Hang on. Okay, hang on for 1 second. Okay, here we go. I'm pulling it up right this second. This is Arman Tsarukyan's his statement. I regret to inform everyone that the news is that I had to pull out of UFC 311 with a back injury is true. This is the hardest decision I've ever had to make in my fighting career. I would like to thank the UFC for understanding, and I look forward to competing in my first UFC championship in the future. Thank you for all of your support. Okay, so, man, Money Moicano's 55. No. I know. I think you misunderstood what I was saying, and I'll clarify that in a second. Arman couldn't make weight, so he fakes injury and said, interesting theory, dude. That is an interesting theory. I see everybody saying that he had staph. But honestly, like staph, I had staph 3 fucking times this year. And unless I am unclear on how it all works, staph itself is not gonna preclude you from fighting, as long as you don't mind being a dick and almost certainly giving it to the dude that you fight. But it's the fucking antibiotics that make you just, I don't know, debilitated. I could be completely wrong about that. Don't quote me on that. But like, okay, so on the back pain, man, dude, like, what the hell's he doing? Like, what was he doing between like a day and a half ago or whatever and now where he injured his back that bad. That's super weird, man. That's super weird. Oh yeah, dude. The meds are awful. Awful. It's just the antibiotics. Like specifically, so well, I'll get into my staff story later, actually. Let's talk about the most important stuff. So now Arman's out. Renato Moicano is in. And let's see. Like I said, dude, Arman Tsarukyan is such an absolute stone gangster that he's like one of the only guys in the UFC where I'm not going to question whether or not he's being a pussy, because I know he's not being a pussy. You know, like that's not the answer. That's just not the answer. Let's see if Moicano posted anything. Hey, guess what? I will be world champion tomorrow. God is good. Thank you for all the support. Let's fucking go, dude. Okay. Let's all of us together. Let's all of us together. Can I do this like this? No, probably not. Anybody have any messages? Arman pulled out because he didn't want to. I mean, listen, dude. We were talking about that at the gym last night. Is this real MMA Guru or make believe? We'll operate like it's real. But yeah, dude, we were talking about this last night at the gym, and these guys that are like serious grapplers, like these guys, you know, as a matter of fact, the guy that specifically was saying this just won Nogi Worlds, and he got third at ADCC, and he has Arman winning, and you know, like those guys are doing things like in the grappling exchanges that are too high level for me to even really fully understand, except like, oh, it looks like that guy's winning, you know. Oh, that guy looks like that guy's winning. So, but if he picked Arman, then I mean, it's a super credible grappling source, you know what I mean? But yeah, dude, like, fuck, man. What's up, dog? So you had Arman winning too. I like that pick, dude. Arman, he's so mean. That is the meanest motherfucker on earth right there. So, yeah, I don't know. Have you heard anything at all that's not public about what the specific injury is? I mean, I know it happened 5 fucking seconds ago, but like, I don't know, man. It's awful. Check out Mark Collette, a leaked BBC interview. Wait, is this about the fights or is this something else? I'll check it out, dude. Hector Gomez, thank you for the super chat. Hey, give my girl a shout out. It's her birthday yesterday. Thanks. I mean, you got to tell me your name, dude. Well, happy birthday, Hector Gomez's girl. Oh, there you go. Happy birthday, Elvia. Thank you for the super chat, good sir. Okay, so yeah, you guys, stop bullying Guru. He doesn't have thick skin. He's not used to people breaking his balls online, dude. So, yeah, bro. So what? Oh, yeah. Okay. So the other thing I want to talk about is Beneil Dariush, who now looks like he's on the outs. And so what I was thinking, and I could be wrong, dude. I'm trying to think if I remember anyone stepping in this late of notice. Because basically it's like the weigh-ins have already happened, actually. Like the weigh-ins happen, the real weigh-ins happen the day of the event at like 9 a.m. Like something like that. It's like usually it's like between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at Fighter Hotel. So that's already happened. I don't even know if you can. I honestly don't even know if you could bring in a replacement fighter, even if you did it even if you did the fight at 170, like Beneil makes weight at 55, and then they bring someone in who's a 55 fighter, but they're walking around at 70. It's like, all right, well, you're coming off the couch, or, you know, you didn't do a real camp, but Beneil had to cut weight. So we'll just call it square, do the fight at 70. I don't even know if you can do that this short of notice. Do you know that, Guru? Can you know? Can you think of any time that? Can you think of any time that that's happened where someone came in this late in notice after weigh-ins? Oh, I'm sorry. Fucking Dan Ige did that, right? Dan Ige did that. I take it back. I think Ige literally walks around at like 154 and a half at all times, just in case he needs to step into fight on 1 second's notice. No, Derry, no way, dude. No way. Derry, bro. Look. And let's go Moicano, son. Hang on, let me pull this. Moicano. What the fuck? Hold on. I want to pull. I was going to say, like, because Moicano's on a run right now, dude. Yeah, bro. Look at this. And yes, I still use SureDog. I know everybody's like, why don't you use Tapology? I just do it on autopilot, man. So you got, and honestly, you know what else though? Not just the run that this dude is on, not just the run that he's on, but he fought Saint Denis and whipped his fucking ass, dude. That's the thing, dude. I mean, listen, I realized that Moicano's a massive underdog. I think I saw that Islam's a minus 1250 favorite, which I don't think is unreasonable given like just kind of, you know, thinking through the matchup. Cause it's like, okay, how does Moicano win? Moicano has a tremendous grappling advantage over most people. If you watch the Saint Denis fight, obviously that's a great example of how he usually beats guys. Well, that was him at his absolute best, which was, that fight was amazing. He fucking destroyed him. Even though Saint Denis is a tough ass bastard, but against Islam, it's like, fuck, dude. If what you're banking on is grappling advantage over Islam, that's a tough go. I mean, I mean, you know, look, anything can happen. And Moicano's magic, dude. You know, I cannot afford to lose. I love Moicano. Like, I actually like really genuinely love that fucking guy. Like, he's one of my favorite people to watch. Obviously, you know, we've done each other's shows, but like, I root for that guy as passionately as I do any other person in the organization. But going back to the original thing, Dariush, he's on a 2-fight skid, both KOs, right? Just in case you guys forgot. Oliveira starched him in 1. Arman Tsarukyan starched him in 1. So like, there's no argument for Dariush getting this title shot over Moicano at all. You know, like 4-fight win streak, 3 out of the 4 stoppages. You know. And man, not only that, like, you know, in the Jalen Turner fight, he had that moment where he was, you know, where he got hurt and fought through, but he fought through it and he won. And then, you know, the Saint Denis fight, good Lord, that was a dominant ass shellacking. Dude, can you imagine? Anthony's new show? No. Anthony Smith's new show? Here, I'll call it out right now. I didn't even know about that. Let me ask him. On paper. Nice, dude. Let me check that shit out. Oh yeah, look at that, dude. Well, everybody go follow his new channel. That's fucking awesome. I didn't even know about that. Oh, bro. I can give him, now that he's doing this himself, finally, I'm in a position to give some advice, you know? One of the My mouth is pasty. God damn it. I was eating these, okay? These meringues. They're delicious. But yeah, I've always, I mean, since I first met Anthony, I always told him that I think he'll have a lot of success in podcasting and doing shows regardless. I mean, obviously he's a fucking ESPN commentator, but in a lot of cases, the commentating game doesn't necessarily translate to like YouTube, but in his case it does. Same with Bisping. Obviously it's like, there are certain people who like do ESPN. They're great at the kind of like robotic on camera, but then like you get them into a more relaxed situation and they're not quite as good, but those two guys are both excellent. But yeah, I think when I first talked to him, I was like, dude, you and I should do a show together once you're done with your career but like about other stuff. I've always been my contention is that if people like listening to you talk about fights, they'll like listening to you talk about anything. Like if Guru started another channel and just picked whatever fucking topic that he is also interested, if he likes anything else, if you guys think that wouldn't blow up also? Of course. In all seriousness, if fucking Guru started like one of those channels that just covers like dumb internet shit, you know, like this influencer fucking got exposed for having blah blah blah, like he would fucking crush. He would crush. Anyway, all right. So yeah, the antibiotics, I mean, Arman is, I mean, this is what I'm saying. Under normal circumstances, one day till the fight, a kind of unspecific, my back hurts, I would be breaking his balls, but not Arman, dude. He's too gangster. Anthony, thank you very much, dude. Sorry to change the subject, but did you hear about the 3 Humvees that were stolen from Reserve Center along with MG vehicle mounts, tried to steal uniforms also? No, I did not hear about that. Huh. Well, luckily, if they were planning something with the inauguration, then I guess Secret Service will know what to look for, you know. All my channel referrals have been great, by the way. Dub's really cool. Yeah, thank you, dude. I mean, listen, I literally, like, of the time that I spend watching content, 90% of it is on YouTube. And if I really like a creator, like I'm like into their content, it's usually because I think that I'd be friends with them. I'm like, well, I like this dude. And then so I try to get connected with them. But I very intentionally only bring on people that I think are like really talented and like whose channels I really, really like. But anyway, dude, I think Islam's minus 1250 actually, dude. 1250. You think it's, I mean, I hear, so okay, so going through the top 2 things that I'm seeing in the chat are Staff or was going to miss weight. But I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's like, I mean, if you like, the missing weight thing is plausible, you know, only in that, like, if you're going to miss weight and it's not a title shot, then why do the fight? Right? Like that makes sense to me, right? If you're going to miss, like the Staff thing doesn't make any sense. It's not that. Cause like you don't just like have Staff the day before the fight. Like if it's bad enough that you would need to pull, you would already know you had Staff a long time ago. That can't be it, dude. I mean, he might have Staff, but that's not why he's pulling out of the fight. But the missing weight thing, because remember when Charles Oliveira was fighting against Justin Gaethje, at the Arizona show. I was there. That was the one when Chandler starched Ferguson. I was there with a big group. That was the biggest group that we'd ever hosted at that time. I think we had like a total group of like 22 people at that fight. I had two completely separate rows, like one down there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We had a huge fucking crew. But that was the day, because right when Gabrielle and I got to Fighter Hotel and checked in was when everyone was talking about how Charles had missed weight by a half a pound. And so I told you guys the story on the elevator, so he missed weight by half a pound. So it was no longer a title shot either way. It was like, I can't remember. I think it was like, if I remember correctly, it was like, if Justin won, then he was the champion. But if Oliveira won, he still was not going to be the champion because he had missed weight or something. It was something super fucking weird like that, But in this case, as the challenger, like, because he's the champion, very different situation. Arman as the challenger, if he's going to miss weight, then even if Islam still fights him, Islam can't lose the title either way. Arman can't win the title either way. And so it's all risk, no upside, right? Like, he's basically, because like if you beat Islam Makhachev, I mean, that's the biggest win of your career. Probably, fast forward to the end of your career, that's still going to be your biggest win. There's no way that you would want to fight that fight not able to win the title, because you risk, if you lose to him, especially decisively, you're not going to get another shot. And if you can't win the title, then so missing weight, that makes sense to me. That makes sense. Because I just can't, I can't like reconcile like a back injury that severe right now. Like, he should have been, like, last night he's cutting weight. How are you going to, you know what I mean? What Sam Tripoli podcast did I do? I did it day before yesterday. I don't even know if it's up yet. Let me ask him. We recorded it on Wednesday. It's really good though, dude. I did the tinfoil hat. We talked about a bunch of shit. But I will obviously point people to it as soon as it's up. It'll probably go up today, I think. Yeah. I think that's what it is. That's my guess, dude. Yeah, dude. Me and Sam, like, because I've oh, nice. Welcome to the membership, Melissa. Because Sam and we did I can't remember if I think I spoke to him first before we did, but because we did the Shab fight companion together in LA. But I feel like I had talked to him before because he watched my stuff and then like he reached out. I swear, I don't know. But Sam's really good people. He's fucking hilarious. Arman Tsarukyan. Hey, watch this. Tsarukyan. I know how to spell his last name. How you like that at? That's that. I don't know. Let's look and see if anything's up on it. Ooh, and let's see what Islam said when Arman withdrew from 311. UFC CEO Dana White shared lightweight champion Islam Makhachev's immediate reaction to the last-minute shakeup for 311 title defense. Dana announced a major change to the 311 pay-per-view card this Saturday, yada, yada. Hours before critical weigh-in, dude. Yeah, he was going to miss weight. The people who were, I'm not even going to take credit for that, because all you guys anybody in the chat who was saying the miss weight thing, I'm going to throw credit on that to you guys, because I do think that that's probably exactly what happened. You guys had the best call there, because otherwise it makes no sense. Hours before the weigh-in. Oh my God. Fuck. Shit. I injured my back. You're all, how? Well, I was cutting weight and I tore a muscle. You're like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't, it doesn't even make sense. And we'll talk about the Moicano and Islam matchup again right after this. Okay, so ailing back and wouldn't be able to compete this weekend. Okay, so true to the UFC's business of White has got Moicano specified news as of this writing. Like Makhachev didn't hesitate to accept the short notice switch in 311. White shared his reaction, and his reaction will send chills down your spine. Okay, so his reaction was, when I called Islam, he said, brother, I'm the champion. I don't care who it is. I will fight anyone. I don't care. I'm going to bed when I wake up, and whoever I'm fighting tomorrow, I'm good with. That is gangster, dude. That is gangster. Thank you very much, sir or lady. Yeah. Like what's most gangster about it is that he's going to sleep. Like he's so, brother, I'm champion. I don't care who it is. I'll fight anyone. I don't care. I'm going to bed. When I wake up, I'll fight whoever tomorrow. That's so gangster. It's like literally if it's a human being that weighs 155 pounds tomorrow morning, I'll fight them. Don't care. And honestly, he's good enough that seems like what he should say. But you think about guys, I mean, like, especially a champion, it's not like unreasonable to think that like sometimes guys might pull out. Probably not though, because it's so much money, It's like, especially as the champion, you stand to make, I mean, like Islam is making a lot. I mean, low side guys can make a little bit less than $1 million. Like I feel like I read Figueredo, when he was defending his belt last time and he was trying to renegotiate in public, he was like, he was publicly like, I want it to be $1 million. I'm like, dude, he's not making $1 million. Bro, one of my students of 9 years old just won 2025 light heavyweight Army Combative Championship. Nice, dude. That's awesome. How old is he? I was gonna ask if he's good, but obviously he's fucking good. Congrats, man. That's awesome. It's like one of the guys on my team named Arash. He's a brown belt now. He's a beast. He's fucking huge. He's like, shit, I don't even know what he weighs, but he's absolutely enormous. He's a ultra heavyweight, and he won Pans. I think it was Pans at purple belt. And I asked my friend Steve, who's his instructor. Steve is the reason I do jiu-jitsu. I owe him a lot. But I was like, hey, so is it better because Steve's won a ton of world championship or world titles. And I'm like, is it better, when your students win or when you win? I'm sure that you can imagine the answer. That's how it would feel to me too, honestly. It's like someone who trains with me every single day that I was teaching, and then they went out and won a world title like that. Oh my God, dude, that would be incredible. Fighting the best number 4 in the world, better option than getting waxed with an injury. The weight cut thing could be real, and hard weight cut can have muscles. Yeah, I mean, it's possible, like some crazy muscle spasm, but again, has he ever missed weight before? Do you guys know? Has Arman Tsarukyan ever missed weight? Hey. Broncos 58. No offense. I'm not doing this to break. I'm not like trying to be mean, but you are new to combat or UFC, right? Like basically, like that question is like, I just got to Jesse's channel and like he never really rambles, right? It's like, no, Moicano is a grappler, an incredible grappler. He has good striking too, but he's He's an absolute fucking monster on the ground. They arranged the fight in Los Angeles. Oh yeah, the Armenians. Oh man, they must be. They're gonna be very upset. There's probably an army of them headed there. Grappling's not wrestling though. Well, I mean, yes, it is actually. I just like, yes, it is. Wrestling is grappling. Grappling is wrestling. But Moicano's wrestling is actually excellent. His jiu-jitsu is incredible. His wrestling is incredible. He's like on the ground. That guy is a beast. But he's going against Islam Makhachev. From watching him, he looks like he's probably, I don't know, aside, Khabib is kind of, in the same, I don't know, it's like they're very different in how they apply it, but both of them have, they come from the same school. Their grappling's incredible. But like active fighters, Islam is probably the best grappler, definitely at 55. And then that's why if Renato somehow pulled this off, it would be so insane. Like if Renato out grappled Islam Makhachev and takes the title, it would be amazing. Dude, and I got to be honest, man. Whoa. Sorry, guys. Amber alert. But I got to be honest, dude. I have a hard time envisioning anyone out grappling Moicano. He's that good. But the thing is, like, against Islam, Moicano can't fight off his back. He likes to be on top anyway. He likes to be on top and kind of advance. He'll sit in half guard and just smash their face in. And then if they try, that's why he's so dangerous, dude. It's because he's so good in terms of his positions that he gets to positions whereby, like in jiu-jitsu, it's like a pit stop on the way to something else. But in MMA, you just tee off on their face from there. And so they're forced into having to move. And if he goes this way, he's going to take their back. If he goes this way, he's going to mount. It's like he already knows exactly what it is. That's like, so like when people say, oh, jiu-jitsu is almost kind of obsolete in MMA. It's so not accurate. It's like people who don't do it say things like that. And I understand what they mean, that like if you just try to do pure jiu-jitsu, then it's obsolete in the UFC. I mean, there are guys, the top guys who make it work, doing that. But it's like, this is what I'm talking about. Like all that stuff. Okay, get here, advance to half guard, technique, tighten your leg around their leg, like, take up that space. That's just so that they're, trap their leg. Like that's all jiu-jitsu, even though once you're in that position, you just smash their fucking face in. You know what I mean? And Moicano's is incredible. Yeah, Moicano whooped St. Denis so bad he intentionally stopped punishing him until the doc stepped in. I don't remember I have a bulletproof memory of how it ended exactly, but I mean, dude, all I remember is Moicano whipping his fucking ass, dude. And just like I said, like that's the fight I'm envisioning when I'm talking about that. It's like get into half guard, then whap, whap, and then if they roll into you, then you can attack an arm triangle. If they go, if they roll away, obviously you take their back. He's like, Luciano, back injury, my ass. Look at the move he does with Nina at 18 during the interview. Something is wrong. So that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying is, it doesn't add up that it's a back injury. Just again, he was just at the press conference, right? Like if he had an injury so bad that he was going to pull out, you know what I mean? Like what could he have done between then and now? But if he was going to miss weight, this makes perfect sense. It makes absolutely perfect sense because then he'd be fighting Islam and he would have no ability to win the title. Could be his kidneys from lack of hydration during the, yep. It would explain why the pain came on so fast and enough. Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, honestly, I don't have any experience actually with that severe of weight cuts, because I never fought professionally and I've never been like in the room when people do that. Anything that I'm talking about on weight cuts is just third hand or things that I've read or whatever. Like Anthony told me that when he fought at 85, that when he would get down to 85, he would lose his eyesight. Like, so literally he'd lose eyesight. He would have to walk like 5 feet and then basically like collapse. And then his guys would pick him up and he'd walk 5 feet just to get to the scale, and then he would go rehydrate. And I'm telling you, dude, Anthony at 85 is so insane. I weigh 195 right now. Like right this moment, I weigh 195. I would have to cut 10 to get 85. Anthony is twice my size, dude. It's fucking insane that they can pull themselves, that low. So yeah, again, if it's something with the kidneys and that's a thing that happens, that makes sense too. But again, still about the weight cut makes way more sense than it's an injury, Putin made a call to Arman. Oh man. How does Islam make 55? I mean, Islam's never had any issues with his weight. Khabib, early on, it was hard for him to make 55 sometimes, but I don't think Islam's ever struggled with 55, right? Or am I forgetting something? Definitely his kidneys, dude. He was talking about that at the public, saying, I would just want to make weight and get this going. Yeah, well, but did he say something about his kidneys? Because again, if we're talking about him pulling out because he missed weight, that lines up. If you're saying that the kidneys shutting down or whatever can injure your back, I don't know about that, but that also lines up. But either way, yeah, back spasms can come out of nowhere with weight cuts 100%. Yeah. Well, that I do know is that when you get dehydrated like that, your muscle, like my muscles do insane things. If I'm super dehydrated, like they'll just seize, like get cramps and all that shit. Islam was accused of using an IV when he fought against Volkanovski in Perth. Kidney pain is in your back. I know where the kidney is. Well, I think I probably pointed that. Well, I have a general idea where the kidneys are. I can't remember, I think it's like right there, but that's neither here nor there. I think what he was saying was if his kidneys, acted up, that then he could injure the muscle or whatever. It's not that, dude. I will guarantee you that it's not staph. And I'll tell you exactly why. So, if he had staph on his chest, he would have known this whole time that he has staph. Like staph doesn't just like appear. I mean, it does, but when it appears, it starts small. Okay. And especially someone experienced grappling, dude, I got staph 3 times this year. 3. Now it probably was all the same one somehow, you know what I mean? Like one of them for sure was the same one, because check this out. So it was the one on my hand when I was in Mexico or whatever. And the next one was in my nose. Hey, that's a really hard thing to line up. It's all, how to get in his nose. I don't know. It probably definitely wasn't from him, sticking his fucking finger into it. That shit hurt, dude. But yeah, so you're going to know that you have staph way before now. And so you'd basically have a choice. Either you just say, fuck it, and fight with the staph, because the staph's not going to bother you on its own. Like, it's not like staph, unless it's like really, really, advanced, which you would have already known about. That infection is not going to inhibit your ability to fight. It's just you have staph, you don't want to give it whatever. It's the antibiotics. Like, you put someone on a heavy dose of doxycycline and it's rough. Or clindamycin. I ran clindamycin, the first one, doxycycline after, because I'd already done clindamycin. For whatever reason, for me, for whatever reason, for me, I have horrendous responses to amoxicillin. Like when you, like, I don't know, whatever, like you get your tooth done or whatever. Amoxicillin makes me feel fucking horrendous. And, that's the one that everybody gets. You think of amoxicillin as kind of like a mild antibiotic. Doxycycline is just as bad for me, but clindamycin, I literally didn't even notice. It's really bizarre. Like, my system's weird. Like the clindamycin, which is supposedly one of the most hardcore antibiotics, and everybody says it just fucking smokes you when you have staph. But that one, for me, it was very, very easy on my system versus the other ones. But doxycycline is fucking rough, dude. For me, at least, it's like rough. And I've always heard it's super, super rough on other people too. Jesse, what does this mean going forward? Because wasn't Charles in line to get the next title shot? So does Arman get another chance for the title and hold off Charles long? It's hard to say. I would say we have to know what really happened to know the answer to that, because the people who make that decision are the guys who know exactly what actually happened. And like if it was some fluke thing, like, let's say like Arman was, walking down the hallway in the hotel and like a gang of fucking, a gang of lunatics jumped him and that's how he got his back injured, then he'll for sure just get to fight, next. Like, he'll get the next title shot. But if he did something that Dana and them deemed as irresponsible or, being unprepared and missing weight, maybe would be that. Like if the injury was not his fault and it's a super legit injury, then I think he will fight for the title next. But again, if it was anything that those guys think was unprofessional, then maybe not, Is Charles, he's not booked, right? Or is he? Yeah, no, he's not booked yet. Unless you guys know. Do you guys know? Like, he's not booked, right? God damn it. It's these fucking things, dude. Meringues. They are absolutely delicious. But they leave you looking like a fucking cookie-faced nerd. Just like it literally will cure anything. Makhachev's going up, most likely going to vacate and move up soon. I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, I'm sure that he wants to, but he's still he can't move up before he fights Arman now, though. Like, that's a fight because they already fought. And here, check it. I mean, look at Arman's record. Like, so he's undefeated. He fights Makhachev, and that's a war, right? And he's brand new, dude. Like, that was his first UFC fight. His very first fight in the organization. It's against Islam Makhachev, and he gave him a fucking really tough fight. Then he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins in a row. The Gamrot fight, if you guys watch that, his first 5-round fight, if he would have gotten that decision, no one would have been upset about it. He very easily could have been given that decision. I was more impressed with him than I was Gamrot in that fight. I'm not saying necessarily it was like a terrible decision based on how they judge fights, but I thought, it was, I don't know. and then win, right? And he goes 2 consecutive finishes, and then against Oliveira, you know, it goes the distance, but an incredible performance. Islam is going to have to fight him before he goes up, in my opinion. Damn, he got knocked out in the first 30 seconds of... Dude, let's look this fight up. Let's look this shit up, you guys, and see if we can find it. Tsarukyan versus Bellic. Oh, he fought him a second time? Wait, so... Oh, he fought him again, and he guillotined him. All right, let's see. So...
Напоминаю, что нас ждет двухраундовый поединок в легком весе. Поддержите бойцов!
Where's the sound?
Готов? Готов? Бой!
Первый раунд.
Ooh. This was his second pro fight. Oh! Damn. Ooh. Damn. That was pretty gnarly. Let's see if the other one is up. Because he finished the guy with an arm triangle in the second one. I'm sorry, guillotine. Let's see if this is it. Yeah. That guy's still holding onto his head in side control. That's a big no-no. Oh my God, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. You couldn't even see it. What an idiot. What an idiot. Here, let me go back. I'm sorry. That's fucking straight up a retard move here. Dude, he actually, in that situation, he actually kind of made holding onto the head part of how he escaped. Ooh. How is he going to end up guillotining him from here? Oh, there we go. Just like that. Oh, bro, that standing guillotine. That's nice, dude. No one knows, bro. And now you're going on timeout. Go think about what you did. 5 minutes off. Come back with a better attitude. Bro, that guillotine when the dude is standing hurts. This dude Noah at my gym has a fucking nasty ass one. He's one of these kids. He's like, I think he's 21. He's got 4 stripes on his brown belt. But his dad was one of the black belts with Shunji and Salo. Like, I'm pretty sure that Shunji was a blue belt when he was one of the black belts, like, you know, at the school. So this dude's like an old school ass, gangster ass black belt, and Noah's his kid. So he's like one of those guys that's probably knew how to armbar before he knew how to walk. And his fucking standing guillotine, he showed me how he does it, it literally feels like it feels like you're actually going to have your head detached from your neck. It fucking hurts, man. You heard his back rolling around with Nina. I mean, I think honestly, he probably was going to miss weight, is my guess. You know, but yeah, Moicano, dude. Moicano's the fucking man, dude. And if he wins, can you imagine? You know, like, can you imagine his post-fight speech? Be incredible. Nocturnal, thank you for the super chat. We got to know what happened to know what happened. We got to know what happened to know what happened. Yeah, pretty much. Tetra, thank you very much. I did while rolling around on his head like he's demon possessed. Oh, I mean, that thing that he was doing is probably something that he does all the time. So again, anything can happen when you're that dehydrated, like just shit starts breaking, but I don't know, dude. Dodging that drug test, you would melt the cup. I mean, dude, you know what, actually? I mean, I'm not saying that I agree that he's on PEDs, but popping dirty on a test actually would line up also. Because, you know, UFC, they don't have to disclose that. It is possible, actually. Now, I'm not like, I don't like look at Arman and think PEDs, but that actually would very much line up, dude. You know, honestly, that's why you never hear about guys popping dirty, is because UFC doesn't disclose it anymore. You know, man, I didn't even think about that. That's a good call, potentially. Hang on. Let me see. Let's see what, oh my God, what an absolute moron I am. I misspelled his name in the fucking idiot. Okay, let's see. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I might be on board with that, actually. Dude, I wonder. Let's see if we can. I'm going to try something here, you guys. Oops. I'm going to try to get the skinny.
Your call has been.
Again, I've talked about this earlier, but it's not. That's the one thing it's definitely not, is a staph infection. But, dude, this picture of Arman Tsarukyan, this is, I mean, he should take this as flattery when I say that he absolutely looks like he's on PEDs right there. I mean, that's like, Jesus, I had not seen that, dude. That's insane. So I would say I would say your two highest probability options are, one, that he was going to miss weight. He couldn't win the belt, so he pulls out. Or two, he popped hot for PEDs and UFC doesn't have to disclose that. So they say it's a back injury. Because right there, I mean, that is, I don't know. Like Chandler's the number one guy who I do believe is not on PEDs and has like maximized basically what a human can look like without doing juice. And Arman looks even more jacked and ripped than Chandler does. I mean, this is fucking bananas. That's insane. And I say this like generally speaking, the way it kind of, functionally, it's like you can carry a certain amount of muscle, but to be that ripped, like that ripped, where you're carrying that much muscle with almost no fucking body fat, without like doing it on purpose, where you get big and then you like strip it down with diuretics or whatever. I mean, this is that, because you have to put on, you can't just put on muscle. Like, that's not how that works, Like, you can't just put on muscle without putting on other weight, and then you have to cut it down. And that is an insane picture, man. I don't know.
Mike Bond joined now by UFC 311 headliner Arman Tsarukyan, who challenges Islam Makhachev for the lightweight title. Arman, this time next week, weigh-ins will be done.
And then now I'm just ready to rock and roll,
Yeah, and I know you originally hoped to fight in October in Abu Dhabi. So when it got extended, like, how do you make sure you don't?
Sometimes he I don't know. They used to train like this, but now.
Oh shit! Or up against it. All right, I gotta jump, you guys. I will be live again on other topics later today. But I got to keep it under an hour. So I love you guys. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell. Bye-bye.